What's up, Digidestins? This is Kyle D, better known as RideMyAvatar, and today we're still at my sister's place for the weekend. So we'll have a few more recordings and then I'll be back at my regular studio. And without further ado though, let's talk about Black Friday deals that might be beneficial for you. So hopefully you guys can snag some good deals, especially if your LGSs are using this as a way of removing old product. It's a good time to probably snag something. So without further ado, let's get into the video and talk about it. So as you can see, Cyber Weekend, this probably counter won't matter at this moment. This will drop down to being nothing in a minute or two, and that's no problem, but you'll get 10% store credit on all purchases. And if you are a subscriber, you get 13% on all product. So if you guys are taking advantage of it, go for it. So first off, we'll talk about Digimon, some booster boxes that I think might be somewhat of a good investment, especially with a 13% kickback. Sometimes that's just all you need, or 10%. That means you kind of just get it a little bit cheaper. You're paying money now, you'll get a little bit back. You know, that stuff does matter at the end of the day. There's nothing that really changes up in that situation, and you want to keep that in mind that, yeah, this is what's going to be. So we're looking at it right now, $90 a pop. I think Liberators has a lot of potential, especially because if you hit any of the Hexablau, Vortex Resonance, or even anything else, there's a lot of good alts that have a little bit of value, bang for their buck behind them, and everything like that. So you could easily gamble this for 90. Do I think this is a long-term you buy it at 90? No. I think if there's some sort of kickback, I think having the close to being $10, $5 or something like that is not terrible. Europe side, 75 euros to 80 euro range. You guys, I know you guys don't have any of the kickback, sadly, but release special boosters at 83 to $80 range. I think this is another pickup that's at a moderately decent price. You get a lot of product for its kickback. And with that 10%, matters all the time. And guys, if you guys buy anything today using, the Black Friday deals and stuff like that, use the affiliate link down below. It's going to help out a lot. Then we have Secret Crisis booster boxes at BT17 for $100 a pop. This one, if you can possibly get them for a little bit cheaper at your LGSs, is my opinion, if they still have them just sitting there. But $100 a pop does seem a little steep. 10% will get you at least $10 back, so that might help out. I mean, being almost $90 box again, I know that you guys are going to be spending close to more, if not greater amounts today, just because of that kickback. This might be a good set for you because, again, Paladin mode, if you get Paladin mode ace and a Gallantmon ace in there, that's already $30 prof back into you. So I mean, it's up to you how you want to handle this. Secret Crisis is a little bit of a iffy one that I would go about, but I think this one has some decent value behind it. I wish it was in the $70 range more than it is at the hundreds. I would be more gun-hoing for 70s, but 75 to 80 euro range. Then you have Great Legends boosters. These are at $33. This is for people that want to gamble and try to get the Ancient Greymons. So since that is the secret in the set, you could possibly pull it. And that's just something to give forewarning to. There is the gamble chance of trying to get that secret Ancient Greymon. The rest of the set isn't viable enough to really say, scream, just buy all of them out. But if you have LGSs that might be having a Black Friday sale, and this has been sitting collecting more dust than anything, might be worth it to probably try to get it for like $20 or 18s and stuff like that. If they're willing to cut these prices lower to sell this, might be worth it. Europe side looking like 28 to 40 euros. Digimon Adventure Box 2 Research and Booster. These have a really good solid, memory boost attached to them. I think if you guys want to snag a few of these, there's a possibility. I wouldn't spend like $36 on them, maybe in the, if you bought this one here with the $10 shipping, if you bought enough of these that basically it justified it, you know, you get a shot at one of the random memory boosts and a few decently cards, you know. I don't think this is a set that you go screaming dumping all your money into, but it is definitely, I think because of the alt art memory boost, I think it's actually a little bit more worth investing into this. Europe side looking like 15 to 22 euros. Resurgent booster itself, if I know a lot of stores will be having this locally sitting on their shelves at like probably $40. If not, they're going to cut it down to like 20s. If they're selling these boxes at your LGSs for 20s this weekend, snag them all up. I think 20 bucks is not a bad investment for a Resurgent booster because again, the foil tamers alone, I think if you hit a Matt and a Mimi, you actually make your 20 bucks back very comfortably. And I think that is something you need to take in consideration with this Resurgent booster, and then possibilities of other cards, you know? Again, when you still have like something that can moderately say, you know what, my investment by hitting like 2 of these small cards can basically even out what you paid for, I think investment wise, it's worth it. I think Resurgent Booster is not a set that was never meant to be above $40. I think anything higher was just a laughable joke, and being 60 bucks on release was just not worth it. DIgimon Advanced Starter Deck, and if you guys are wondering why I didn't talk about the Europe side, because Europe side's still sitting at like $80, and I will never say invest into an $80 set for that. But Advanced Starter Decks, if you guys can find these at your LGSs, they're fine. Close to 40 bucks is not a bad take here. Again, if you guys are DIgimon fans and you want to be ready when February hits, this might be a good time to pick these up. At least being like a $4 back, mixing these down to 36 is not a bad deal when you kind of get the kickback and stuff like that. So if you guys are wanting to be ready for DIgimon, especially because the Rival Barrage, option that's inside the set, where is that? Not the Death Slingers. Where's the card? Rivals Barrage is like $14 a pop. So $28 out of your $40 investment is already sitting in here. That's not bad. I mean, you do get a shot at what is the alt. There is an alt art chance in your boxes to hit this card, you know. So it's a gamble and a half of what you want to do. So at the end of the day, it's what you want to invest into. But I think this is just a prep for the DIgimon players because it does come with a lot of the stuff you want to have in the long term. Europe side, 24 to 30 euro range. Hexablaumon sitting at $30 a pop. This is why I was talking about Digimon Liberators. This basically pays majority of your box right here. If you hit one of these, and again, it's a lottery system. You're not guaranteed hitting a Hexablau every single time. But if you do, you definitely made your investment. So 13s to 18s on the Europe side. Shadow Seraphimon Ace alternate arts. This one is just because players, especially because Nats is going to be this format, we're going to see a lot of players probably max rarity in their decks soon. So again, this is the time where you buy for your max rarity pieces because a kickback is always good because then all other pieces later on you'll be able to use later. You know, that investment. 30 euros to 40 euro range. Dustmon alts are at $40 and climbing. No surprise here, just a really good card. Europe side looking like 38s to 40 euros. Paladin mode Ace, $18. Like I said, if you crack it open in Secret Crisis, you make your monies back very comfortably. You get closer and closer to. Europe side, 17 to 20 euros. Lord Nightmon X Antibody alternate art release special boosters at $37.37. I expect this to keep coming down. I'll probably pick it up if it reaches into the $20 range. Europe side looking like 26 to 30 euros to 34 euros. Ancient Greymon Great Legends BTO4. Like I said, BTO4. If you hit this, you know, that's still $38 on a $33 box. So that's the gamble here. The rest of the stuff is just poopy garbage. But, you know, you're going to make your... If you get this out of your box, you make your money, you know. 30 to 40 euros. Matt Ishida Resurgent boosters. They're at close to $5 a pop. You know, like I said, if it's $20... If you can get the Resurgent Booster for 20 bucks at your locals and you hit a Matt Ishida, you're going to make at least some sort of... You're getting closer and closer to breaking even very comfortably with this. You know, Europe side, €1 to €5. Mimi Resurgent Boosters, another $5 card. Like I said, you know, hitting a Mimi and a Matt in your box, which can happen, you know, boom, you're already made $10 on your $20 investment. This is what I'm saying. Resurgent Booster for 20 bucks, pick that up. Europe side looking like €4 to €5. The Rabimon texture alternate arts. Again, eventually these Ghost Game Resurgent Booster reprint stuff, this will go up once they give another wave of support, because again, they're older stuff, unless the wave of support just obsoletes these cards completely. So something to think about. You know, €30, €3 to €4. Kazuamon alternate art, alternative being Booster Box EX04. This one's $15 a pop. Kind of one of those cards that you want to invest into, especially. It's a word of caution here. Let's be honest. Do I think we're going to see the Ruin Loop? Probably not, because I feel like once we get to unification, closer to unification, they're going to hit this card. They're not going to let that loop last longer than we will never. I have a feeling English side will not actually be able to play this deck outright, like how it's intended. I really doubt they're going to allow that. They've just had a history with something this toxic, they remove. Europe side, 17 to €18. Gallantmon versus Royal Knights. Something that you probably want to pick up for your Gallantmon shenanigans, especially once we start seeing the Gallantmon decks come forwards. €30 to €38. Shoto, Digimon Liberators EX07, we're at $5.40 to $5 a pop. This is another card you probably want to pick up just because it's just generically good. Europe side, €2, €3. Shadow Seraphimon Textures, Release Special Booster. This is another card that you guys want to keep on your radar and probably pick up if you guys are looking to, you know, max rarity, like a deck. This Shadow Seraphimon's really not a bad price, to be honest with you. Europe side, €150 to €170. Benri Luga Takamazuchi Textures. I don't expect this to come down anytime soon. Really, this card is just going to be expensive long term because the deck is meta and it's going to get more support, so it's just going to get better. Europe side, nothing. You guys have 0 things. Bielstar X Antibody Alternate Arts, $23 and going down. Again, if you guys have been waiting to pick up it for a kickback scenario, this is not a bad pickup. I think it's a 2 of. Europe side, €20 to €23. Millennium Alternate Arts, $15 a pop, going down. This probably might be a good time to pick these up during the Black Friday sale, just so that you have a little bit of a kickback. Maybe like $2, like $1.50 or something like that. But you know what? Just add it to your cart, right? Then we have basically Europe side, same thing, 14 to €15. Vortex Resonance, Digimon Liberators EX07, we're at $17 a pop. Not bad. Europe side, 14 to 16. This is another reason why I said EX07. Pick up this just to hopefully hit these will be beneficial. Moon Millenniumon Alt Release Special Booster. We're at $11 going down. Another Millenniumon fan. If you guys have been Millenniumon fans, this might be a good pickup. €11 to €13. Magna Guru store participation. Like I said, if you guys held out, which I told you guys to do so, this thing has been dirt cheap now. It's only a $3 card. Europe side, €1 to €2. Caramon BTO2 Tamer Volume Pack 3. If you guys don't remember, these things hyped up when we had Millennium, the Diaboromon support back in April. So this card's now been sitting at 5s, and this is classified the max rarity. So why not, right? Europe side looking like €4 to €7. And then you do have the winner one, which is another $7 to $8 card. So Europe side looking like €7 to €10. It's a great card. It's going to always see support in, Millennium and Diaboromon. Holy cow. Diaboromon decks as always. Heavy Metal Dramon, Digimon Liberators EX07. Another card that you should probably just be picking up a little bit of. I think it's just a good investment. Europe side looking like €5 to €6. Lucibon Satan mode. Alternate arts are at $15 a pop. Another one if you guys have been trying to max Rarity Lucemon, a good decent snag. 19 to 22 euros. Tcgplayer Secret Crisis BT17, you got $5 a pop. Not bad. I think this is going to go up once we get that reveals of the Takamazuchi stuff. So 7 euros to 10 euros. Mervamon Premium Heroine sets. Dimensional Phase, we're at $13 a pop. Europe side looking like 9 to 10 euros. Mega Kabu Terrimon Update Pack 2024, we're at 23s to 25s. You got 20 euros to 23 euros. Ukumon 2024 regional participations are holding strong at this $15 range. I remember picking these things up at 5s. What happened? Crazy. You know what? If they're $15 a pop, enjoy, make your money if you got these extras. 4 euros to 6 euros. Gazimon Alternate Art Dimensional Phase BT11, we're holding strong at these $7.50. And again, this thing is always going to be competitive because, again, it's really beneficial in the format. Being able to negate memory gain is super important. Europe side, 5 euros to 10 euros. Madoki Beta Premium Deck Set Lucky Pack, we're at $4.95. You know what? Not bad, not bad. $5. Again, another memory negator that you kind of want to have. Europe side looking like 5 to 10 euros. And that's kind of all we have, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this market watch. Hopefully you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll catch you next one. Peace.